Hello and welcome to Thought for Today, which over the past few weeks has been based on the fruits of the Spirit. My name is Paul and I'm continuing on this week's theme of faithfulness. When I think of the word faithful, I associate it with the phrase, the faithful few. Because whatever we're involved with, there's always a limited number of people who'll stay the course and be faithful to the end. Clive suggested I might refer to that famous song, Keep Right On to the End of the Road, which speaks about perseverance. I'll not sing it, I'll save you that, but I'll leave that to Clive himself, who will sing it to you, I'm sure, when he returns on Monday morning. However, the Bible does say a lot about faithfulness of God and the importance of his followers to remain faithful. One of the parables Jesus told us was about seeds sown on various types of soil, which either didn't germinate or the plants withered and died. But it was only the good soil that produced plants which lasted and produced fruit. I have a friend who reminded me recently of the poet Robert Frost and his poem, The Road Not Taken. Poetry itself isn't especially widely read, so arguably one of the most popular and best loved poems ever has something to say to us about decisions in life and our faithfulness to what we are called to do and who we are called to be. The final few lines, which I'm sure many of you know, read like this. Two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less travelled by, and that has made all the difference. Robert Frost, the poet, explored many choices in his life, most unsuccessfully. Poetry was his passion, and when he went down that road, it was what made all the difference. And it is following Jesus that has made the difference for me. And it is only by his grace that I've been able to stay on the road with him. He's a great God who remains faithful despite our wanderings. Jesus talked about the broad road that leads to destruction and the narrow road that leads to life, but few find it. So how do we stay on that road that leads to life? Isaiah talks about how we are like sheep who go astray so easily, as we're distracted by what is the social norm. It's what everybody else is doing, or it's not acceptable. For us, that may be related to our moral behaviour or our integrity, or it may be how we spend our money and our time. So how do we stay faithful? How do we persevere? I have three thoughts. The first is, don't allow the crowd to determine the course of your life. Instead, allow God to be your influence. Know his truth in your head and in your heart. Just think of that hymn too. May the mind of Christ, my Saviour, live in me from day to day. Second thought is, pain and difficulties in our lives, they're inevitable. But don't allow those circumstances to be obstacles which deflect you from your course. Instead, know that God works all things together for good. He knows and he cares. And again, that hymn helps us. Whatever my lot, you have taught me to know, it is well with my soul. Finally, recognize Jesus and be thankful to him for watching over you and pouring his love over you each day and keeping you under his care. So today, be thankful to God and persevere in his pathway, knowing that you've been chosen by him to make a difference to all that you meet on the road that He is guiding you along.